But there was a video that's been circulating. There's this woman, and she's a wife, and she was saying that her husband is not meant to protect other women. Her husband is only there to protect her. If there's something were to happen, his job is not to protect any other woman. It's only protect her because he married her and her children. How do you guys feel? Did you guys see that?
It was one other part where she said that if you want protection, then go find your own husband.
And that's what she said. So I have my idea on that, but go ahead. I want to hear y'all.
There's a solution for
that. Listen, you
nope, just keep going. Just keep going. I ain't want to chime in.
I got some stuff to say about that. I got a whole I'm putting you together, Marky Mark. But go ahead. Does anybody want to because I don't mind saying my piece if that's what y'all want to hear.
All right, so look.
Okay.
Mistake, you got it.
You go ahead. No, Marcus, you go.
Okay. Can I say something?
Yes,
Okay, so I think I respect that, what she's saying, simply because the fact that you're not protecting other women doesn't mean that you're hurting them. So you should just not hurt other women. By not hurting them, you already protecting, because let me give you an example. If a lion is in front of us right now, it can go against Marcus, against HD, against me. It can eat all of us. It's not going to see like, okay, it's a man, it's a woman, I'm going to go. No, it's going to see whoever is weak. Yes, men are stronger. They run faster. Yes, they could be the last ones, but it's still going to eat you. But if a man and a woman is alone, a man can still hurt a woman. So in reality, women, you know what we go through every day. We get hurt by men. So I don't think that a man should protect another woman that is getting herself in trouble, that is putting herself in, in a certain situation that is not smart. Because the wise also, if we get into the Bible, the wise should walk away from, any situation. Is not.
Well, we're not talking about mischief, like you starting something. We're talking about like if you're going to the grocery store and she's just in a terrible situation because she's a woman, and that type of situation.
That says more about him, about who he is, the values that he has, what type of person he is. That's what I see. Not that he has to do it, because he doesn't have to. At the end of the day, he's a man, and he has his own brain, and he will say, you know what, I think by getting myself into the situation, I might get in trouble. So that's a wise man, by not getting in the situation. So that's why I see, like, it depends on the situation. I will respect if he decides to, you know what, I don't think it was my business to get involved. I understand, but I would rather, stay away. But if it's a situation where, it's a possibility to protect another woman or help someone, then it's also valuable. I think it depends on the person.
Anybody else? Go ahead, Ms. Bacon.
So for me, I think the part of the issue is I don't think a man should just be randomly running around talking about, they're Superman and trying to, save the world. But I do think that there is a level of responsibility just in general in terms of humanity, right? And if you, like that saying, you see something, you say something. If you can do something, you do something. But I know, like, now the environment has gotten so like hands off, like nobody wants to do nothing but they'll record it and sit there and do that. But I think if it's in you as a person, if you're saying that you are a protector, I don't think that it just stops at, well, I'm gonna just protect this little piece right here. Like, if I'm a caring person, I'm just not gonna care for my circular, my nuclear family, and that's it. If that's in me, if I see somebody that needs nurturing or caring, I'm just automatically going to do that. So I also think in terms of men, like for me, if there was a situation where I saw somebody that was in need and my husband was with me and he didn't help, it would make me uncomfortable. Like, I would be like, oh, go help that lady. Not that I would have to tell him, but it would make me uncomfortable to know that if he could provide help or provide protection, that he wouldn't. Now, if it was a safety issue, a dangerous issue that he can get, killed or something, I would not want him to just jump in head first and be like, oh, I'm going to save the day. But helping could be, let me call 911, like do something. That's my thing. I think we've moved so far from just that humanity aspect that has gotten out of control.
And let me say this, because this is going to go into the super chat, because I just wanted to say my spiel as well. It says, wife, daughter's mother. Thank you for the super chat, W. And let me get a little closer, because y'all know my ass. Actually, I need to get a little back. I think I'm excited. Wife's daughter's mother. The only females a man is obligated to protect. My only thing about this is I feel like men are here, women, as far as strength. You have men for the most part, women, and they have children. At what point? So I think that men protect women, women protect children. If we keep it like, oh, it's your family. Well, who's to say that if your kid getting kidnapped, do I not step in because that's not my child? Just because that child doesn't belong in my household, do I not say stop it from happening? Because when we want to be territorial, you look at the entire picture, and that'll be a fucked up situation within that. If I were to do that, because at the end of the day, you can't say, "Oh, it's your family," and then not go for the whole entire family. Does that understand? I know that we have a soft spot for kids, and we're like, "Well, who would ever do that?" But what I'm saying to you is the same thing. If a woman and you see this woman is helpless, and there's something you can do. Now, I'm not saying you should put yourself in danger. Absolutely not. But if it's something that you can do it safely, why wouldn't you want to do that? Just like if it was something I could do, if there was a child, like I feel like women are over children and it's not my child, I don't have to know the child. I'm going to look out for the child because the child is in a situation where that child is vulnerable and I'm the adult there and I can do something about it. Does that make sense to anybody? So when we start getting to that whole thing, this is my household, then you're saying your whole household. So let's just say Johnny runs out the house. Is that not my business? Should I not go ring the doorbell and say, hey, your kid? I just saw a TikTok where a kid was on the ledge in a building skyrise running to the other side. Nearly almost had a heart attack, and I'm on the other end of the phone. Luckily, the kid didn't fall, but as a person, like a human, I'm going to run and try to tell the parent that, hey, your kid is running and could potentially kill herself, because that's just the human in me. I could say it's not my business, right?
I think it's just a cultural thing, to be honest, because I'm hearing right now. And I heard before that, I don't know if it's just people from New York, to be honest. That's how someone told me. New Yorkers are like that. I don't know if anyone from New York here. I don't know. But I'm saying someone told me from the US. I don't think it's, for everybody or applies to everybody. But they say like people walk like it's just their business. They're minding their business and they don't care about what anything else happens. And that person was surprised that here everybody's like, good morning, good afternoon. Elder people, like no matter who is on the street, you say good morning, good afternoon. And that person kind of was like, I feel weird people smiling and greeting, and this doesn't happen over there. But when you're saying it right now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because here it's very common that our neighbors and community will get involved. If anything happens, we help each other, right? No, and some people will call us nosies. But in reality, it's because if we something that is not usual, not normal, hey, alarms on. So if we notice something's happening to a woman on the street, a lot of men, not one man, multiple men will come to defend that person. So those things doesn't usually happen here.
And it's so funny because somebody just said, well, kids are universal. But how many times have we started hearing the circulated F them kids? Like, you think it is universal right now. But imagine if this trend keeps on going, everybody starts being out for self. It is only a time where people are going to be like, F them kids, okay? Because it's already starting that way. We used to be like you, Saida. We used to care about a village. It used to be the person down the street used to watch the kids, the grandmother, the whole neighborhood used to watch the kids. Now we're getting to, oh, don't touch my kids. Now it's going to be, you know, it's the trend is just going to keep going. So you guys are saying that now, but I just see it's just going to get worse and worse as we progress.